Hello, just kind of a quick one today to show something that I was experimenting with and my thoughts about it after giving it a go. I was thinking that if you look at the shadow shapes of regular cell shading and look at them on their own, they're often just kind of little simple shapes, and maybe those are a good fit for deformer shapes in Toon. So here's the ingredients we need before we start. We need separate PNG sequences of the line layer and the fill layer. The fill layer can also double as a mask. In this case, I've made it white just to make it clear. And the other thing that we need is a plan. Here I planned out which bits are getting shadows and indicated where some bits are softened more than others. Now, in Toon, I've imported the line layer and the mask or fill layer as separate nodes. And we're going to build our shadow shapes between those two elements. The nodes for each shadow shape are like this. I'm splitting the drawing node into two layers so that I can blur them differently later. They're different colors now just while I'm working, but they will all change later to the same color at the end. If you wanted to, you could use this difference to make a textured edge, or maybe make it a darker color to give a core shadow type of effect. Now that all the bits are made, I'm going to go through and animate each one at a time. Each shadow shape took maybe 45 minutes in total across 110 unique drawings, so it was about 4 hours animating time in total. Now, I've actually never done hand-drawn animated shadows before, so I don't actually know if that's a significant time save or not. Not only did animating this take a while, but after the export, I still had to go in and fix some bits manually, just using a regular eraser tool. Anyway, after all that, these last steps take just a minute or two. The first thing, changing the colors, either by using a color override node if you want to do it properly, or you can just change it in the palettes. In this case, they're all going to be the same color anyway. The next thing is adding the blurs. We're turning off the line layer, and also instead of keeping the fill layer, it's going to be used as a cutter to trim the shadows to within the silhouette of the character. Exporting that as a PNG sequence, we now have our shadow element ready to go and composite in. In summary, I think that I will be able to find uses for doing shadows in this way, especially with my own characters because they're very round and simple. As with all things to do with reg animation, there's kind of a convergence where the more complicated a design or a scene gets, it tends towards a point where, you might as well just be drawing it. And there's nothing worse than crappy shadows that conflict with the line drawing. But I'm definitely curious if anyone else out there has experimented with similar methods and, what you thought about it if you have.